Good morning and welcome to day 3 of 21 Days of Spiritual Success. My name is Monica Reyes, your spiritual success coach, and I'll be taking you through 21 days of spiritual development that will hopefully create some small shifts so you can make some really big change in your life. All right, so yesterday we spoke about the root chakra. The root chakra is the basis of our spiritual development. It is the base of our spine. It is a vortex of energy, and this is where all of our imprints and memories of the past, mother-child bonding, any trauma, any neglect, any abuse, any of that sort of stuff, that's all down there. It also is where we connect to the earth. This is where our physical world meets us. This is where we our security, our stability, any money issues, any financial security issues, fear, all of that lies in the root chakra. So if you didn't catch that, check that out. That's on my Facebook page. I am Monica Reyes. But today we're going to continue on through the sort of having to do with the root chakra of being rooted in, being grounded, but we're going to be rooted and grounded in the now. So for the next few days, we are going to be talking about being present, the art of being present, the art of mindfulness. And I'm going to spend a few days doing this because it is a very important principle. It's a very important, it's just incredibly important lesson. And I'm just going to uncollapse it so we can kind of focus on it in stages because there is a lot to it. And if you have trouble, which I know a lot of you do, because I did, of being present, being mindful, we'll be able to kind of take it in stages so you can kind of comprehend it and you can actually experience them in stages. So what is being present? What does that even mean? You hear that, that statement thrown around a lot, or mindfulness. What the hell is mindfulness? So it is being in the moment, right? So we've got the past, we've got the present, we've got the future, right? The past has already happened. You can't experience the past again. You can, right? You can relive it in your mind, but it doesn't actually exist because it's already gone. The future is also an illusion because it's just a thought. It doesn't exist because at some point the future will become the present. And so the only thing that we actually have is the present moment. And this is where all of life's power is. This is where your power is. This is where the power of the universe is. This is where creativity lies. This is where when you tap in, when I talk about tapping into that infinite intelligence or infinite power, like that is where this is. All of that. When the universe communicates to you through signs or messages or your teachers or your relationships, like everything is in the present moment. And so what we tend to do is we tend to resist the present moment. And we do that because maybe we're unhappy about our lives. Maybe we wish it was different. Maybe we want circumstances to change. And so like most of the time we're kind of like, all right, I wish that I think, if this happened, I'll be at peace or I'll be happy, right? And so we resist the present moment. We never actually like enjoy it or savor it, which is why life zips right through, right before our eyes. So we're going to practice being present today. That's what we're going to do because this is being present is really the key to kind of, bringing down the noise in our head. We love to think. And I'm a testament to that. I am a big thinker. I've even, tested in like assessments and, my strength test. I'm a good thinker. My strength is thinking. So I love to think. I love to observe. I love to reflect. So it's a quality, but at the same time, when it's out of control, it can run your life. You can absolutely be a servant to your mind. And so this is all about mastering your mind. And I remember, and I've told this story before, but I remember so many instances in my life where I would be in a conversation and all of a sudden I would like get lost, because I'd be thinking about what I was going to do or, the things on my to-do list, especially when I became an entrepreneur. This is why like I, took on meditation and I started to do Kundalini yoga because it got really out of hand. I would just like forget where, the person would be talking and all of a sudden I'd wake up and I was in the middle of this conversation. I was like, oh my God, what is this person talking about? I'm like, I'm hoping I'm nodding to something, that I should be nodding to, but I had no idea where I was. I would also completely like miss out on movies, like I would like all of a sudden wake up and like, oh my God, I missed the whole like first part of the movie. Can we rewind? I can't ask to rewind it because everybody else is paying attention. But I would be thinking and, my mind was going and going and going. And so this is what's beautiful about mindfulness or being present in these sorts of exercises, because it really does help you stay neutral. And when we're thinking about the past or the future, we're usually worried. This is why we're anxious. This is where stress comes from as well. This is all based on not accepting the present moment and not being here right now. So today we're going to practice being present. So today is about we're not going to multitask. We're not going to multi-think. And what I mean by multi-thinking is like when we're doing and we're thinking at the same time. We do that all the time. You're like in a conversation, or you're like that's what I just described, where you're thinking about what you're going to do next, or maybe you're rushing through something and you're already thinking about what what you have to do on the next thing on your to-do list, or what you haven't done, and so forth. That we are not doing today. All right. So just get that clear. No multitasking. Everything that we do today is going to be 100% focused. So you're going to lose yourself. I want you to lose yourself in whatever you're doing in the moment today. All right. So whether it's a task on your list, you lose yourself into the task and only focus on that one task. And this is what I advise my clients when this is why we break things down the way that we do, so that you allow for that. Otherwise, you can tell in the business world who is being present and who's not. You can tell when they make mistakes. Things are just messy, or there's a lot of errors, and you can just tell because like the quality is different. When you are 100% in the moment, you give great quality, and because you're giving your best, right? When you're half-assing it and you're half here and half in the future or half there, you are not fully there. So you are not giving everything. You are not giving your best. So today is about giving your best, showing up with enthusiasm, and really enjoying the moment. Even if it's something that sucks, maybe it's a part of a job that you don't like. How can you make it fun? How can you enjoy it? How can you do it with enthusiasm? What can you do to, change that, and really savor the moment? And you'll see, you'll be surprised, sort of the rewards or the magic that you feel, and even just your energy is completely different. You're committing to the moment. And if you feel like you're having trouble doing that because maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're having trouble because you're like, oh my God, I have so much on my list. Maybe take a break somewhere in between. If you've got a lunch break, just sit and have lunch. If you're having a coffee break, just sit and have coffee. Don't be on your phone. Don't be emailing. Don't be texting. Don't be on social media. I'm really tasting the coffee, feeling it go down your throat, really, really being in the moment. If you're washing your hands, that's a great opportunity. Getting in and out of the car. When you're in the car, just take a moment to just breathe and observe the flow of your breath. Going up the stairs, same thing. Taking a shower, whatever you're doing, working out, just be 100% in everything and lose yourself in the moment. Lose yourself. And this is the beginning of being present. All right, so that's really the main exercise for today. Like I mentioned, if you're having trouble, you don't have an opportunity to do that, get outside, feed some pigeons, look at the birds outside. I've had some of my most beautiful moments just doing these trivial things. The very first time I realized this was I was dropping my daughter off at school, and I was in the parking lot, and I was like, gosh, it is a freaking beautiful day outside, and I just sat with me, just like the walk was like the most beautiful thing ever, but that's I've done it a million times. There isn't anything special about it, but because I was fully in the moment, it was the most beautiful thing ever. And we are surrounded by beauty. We are surrounded, the nature itself is a beautiful reminder about of this, which is why, you'll hear people are go take a walk, a nature walk, because nature is a reminder. Nature doesn't think, right? A flower doesn't think before it blooms. Nature doesn't think. Nature is just being, right? It just does. It's got this intelligence, and it's just going. It just is. There is no space. There is no thinking. There's no doing. Imagine if a flower thought before it bloomed. How many flowers would we actually have? So you think about that. We as human beings just think way too much. So today, like I said, I just want you to lose yourself. And then tomorrow, join in tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to take step 2 of being present, and we're going to do some acceptance work. And that's what this is, what being present is about. It's accepting the moment as if you've chosen it. That's a line from Eckhart Tolle. If you haven't checked him out, he is amazing. He's all about being present. The Power of Now is a really great book. It was definitely a new level for me after I read that. All right. So if you're interested in this topic of mindfulness, I am having, if you're in Miami, I'm having a workshop, a mindfulness workshop with the Women's Chamber of Commerce on August 11th, and I'm going to be talking about all about this. But if you're unable to make it, tune into my videos for the next few days, and you will get some exercises. We'll do a meditation on the last one, and that's about it. So be present today, lose yourself. I can't wait to see how it goes. And I will see you tomorrow for day 4. All right. Thank you, and have a beautiful day, everybody. Mwah.